my beautiful people. Welcome to Sandy's Library. I'm Sandy, and this is the place where I used to write romance novels and novellas, but now I just read tarot cards with my spirit guides. I'm going to ask you to check the description for more information on why that is. Trust me, we'll both be a lot better off for it if you do. Also, before we get started, I want to remind you guys that I do have dogs. If they start a bark fest, we'll deal with that when it happens, but I just don't want guys to be surprised. Okay, so, the purpose of this video is to read some tarot cards with my spirit guides. My readings are channeled messages since I do go through my spirit guides, and we do read for twin flames and separation. We typically tap into a pair of twin flames, but they are usually a representative of a much larger group of like-minded souls with similar stories, you know what I mean, here in the 3D. So, if some things match and others don't, just take what resonates and toss the rest. Also, I just want to mention that when I say masculine and feminine, it's not the same thing as male and female, and this has nothing to do with gender, so don't get caught up in the pronouns that I use. I personally am a divine feminine, and that's why I use the pronouns I do. So, we have some pre-drawn cards here. We have some cards for divine masculine energy and some cards for divine feminine energy, and then we have one card here from Spirit to kick things off. The reason for the pre-draw has got more to do with my cognitive issues than anything else, and if you did go read that description, you might understand a little better. But we are going to supplement these with our in-house oracle decks, and we will be drawing at random from them. Our in-house oracle decks were created in conjunction with Sarah's Tarot. She did the concept, the layout, and the design of all 4 of these decks. And we just absolutely love them. That said, because Sarah, she is responsible for what you're looking at. These 2 are created from 2 of my books. My first book, Crazy for You, and my last book, If I Had Married You. And so those messages are taken directly from those books. And the messages in these 2 decks were compiled by myself and my spirit guides. You can get more information about our in-house oracle decks in the description, including purchase and flip-through links. But right now we're going to go ahead and get started. And remember, when I was mentioning that group of like-minded souls that we were tapping into, we're just going to be talking to one divine masculine and one divine feminine, but they will represent a larger group. So let's play a little game and see if we can find out who we're talking to. I have some Scrabble letters in here. We have an L and an M. So if L or M is the initial, of your name or your divine counterpart, it could represent a geographic location. So if that resonates, it might be a special message here for you. If not, it's just a fun little thing to do. So, again, don't get too caught up in that stuff. So let's go ahead and see what Spirit has to say. Sometimes the separation itself is the lesson. Okay, so we're going to start off with some pretty heavy energies, but you know, we are a separation channel. All right, we're going to set the Divine Feminine aside for a bit, and we're going to take a look at the Divine Masculine. We have the Magician, the Ace of Wands, and the Six of Wands. Okay. So, my guides are giving me Gemini, Virgo, and Aries energies. So, your Divine Masculine is Sun, Moon, or Rising, Gemini, Virgo, Aries, or perhaps it was a season. You know, could have been a season as well. But again, don't get too caught up in that. What we've got here, the Magician, you know, this is a Divine Masculine who is very adept at creating an outward facade that is, it's drastically different from what's going on inside of him. He's got the Magician over here and the Six of Wands over here. And in the middle is this Ace of Wands. And this is what's really going on inside of him. He wants to marry his Divine Feminine and have babies with her. Yeah, that's what he wants. So, I gotta wonder, why are you sitting in the Six of Wands energy? You know, he's pretending like he's some kind of McDreamy or something. Look at him up there on a steed, and the crowd is admiring him, offering their wands to him. Oh yeah, honestly, personally, I preferred McSteamy, but that's another story. I just don't get why he's trying to bury his true feelings in between all of this. And what he's doing over here in this Six of Wands energy, he doesn't feel like he can come to his Divine Feminine at this time. So, he's seeking and finding gratification elsewhere. Now, my guides want to remind us that gratification and love are not the same thing. That's what they're telling me. And they don't want us to confuse the two. Yeah. Okay, so alright, you got this great facade going on, but you're hiding your true self. Okay, come on. Is there anything, you know, if you could talk to the Divine Feminine right now in the 3D, what would you say to her? What would you say? You know, and you should probably remember that she's going to get her chance too. And you know, if you're honest and not evasive, it might serve you better. That's all I'm saying. What do you want to say to her? For whatever it's worth, I'm truly sorry for all the pain and hurt that I've caused you. Okay, so all right. Do you ever think of us, and does it make you sad? So, you know, I'm getting that for whatever facade he's got going on over here to show to the world. He really does want that, and he really is sorry for what happened in the past. He says, I thought running away would solve all of my problems. So, did you run away? Did you run away? Is that what? Where did it? Oh, you think that this is running away? Okay, you think the facade you got going on is running away. He says, I trusted you, but you let me down. Now, what do you mean she let you down? The hell are you talking about? What did she do? Let's see. She let you down. What did you do, though? Look, y'all, I am a divine feminine, so I'm always gonna side with the divine feminine unless I get a clear feeling of the divine masculine's sincerity. And I feel like he's sincere about things now, but I'm not so sure about how sincere he was back in the day, or whenever it was that you guys were together and split up. Because yeah, you guys have had some sort of relationship here in the 3D. He says, the night we met was like a picturesque scene, and I remember it perfectly, like it happened yesterday. Divine Masculine, I get the feeling that you're dwelling on the past a lot more now than you did when the past was the present. He says, I think of you the second before I fall asleep and as soon as I wake up every morning. Well, I guess he's wallowing in it now, isn't he? He may not have been wallowing in it in the past, but he's damn sure wallowing in it now. He says, I never would have left you if I didn't have to. So, you left her. But you say, I trusted you, but you let me down. Why did you say that when you yourself said that you left her? Oh, y'all, this divine masculine is being a little bit evasive here. So, we're going to put him over here. I'm going to sit you right there so remember what you got going on, mister. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to talk to the Divine Feminine, because I think that Mr. Divine Masculine here is trying to get me to feel sorry for him. Now, let me tell you something, Mr. Divine Masculine. I'll feel sorry for you if feeling sorry for you is warranted. Okay, so we have the King of Swords, the Hanged Man, and the Seven of Swords. My guides are giving me the energies of, Sagittarius, Pisces, and Cancer. Sorry guys, I need to get a drink of water. I just need to tell you guys that I do have throat issues, so I'm prone to coughing from out of nowhere and stuff, so I keep my throat well lubricated. Seems to help a little. I don't know, maybe it's all in my head. But anyways, the Divine Feminine is describing her Divine Masculine to me. Okay? She says, he's the strong, silent type. He detests showing emotions. So, he can oftentimes appear to be cold and aloof. But, she says, in his defense, he's fiercely loyal and protective. But on the other hand, she adds, he's been incredibly inconsiderate and downright mean in the way he's treated her here in the 3D. So I get why she's calling him the King of Swords. You know, King of Swords, not always bad energy, but it is bad energy when you're doing this with it. It's really bad energy when you're doing this with it to hide this, your true feelings. So, she says she's been stuck in this stagnating energy here where she would let him repeatedly hurt her feelings with inconsiderate and thoughtless text messages. She says it must have been the weather or something, because look here. I hope you guys can see that pretty good. At first glance, everything looks normal enough here. But if you examine this closer, you begin to notice that something's wrong. There's something about this scene that's just not quite right. You know, first off, it's nighttime. So what's she really up to here? Is she on a heroic mission? Or is she up to no good? You know? I mean, she's collected all of her swords here, and she's maybe contemplating taking these two off the wall up here as well. I mean, I'm feeling like this is a Divine Feminine who doesn't want her secrets and private thoughts to become public knowledge any more than the Divine Masculine does. Yeah. And he knows this. He knows that she is not willing to move at this point. She's just not willing to move into a public relationship with him. She's not willing to, or she's not able to. And if I don't really know if that's got something to do with her situation or his situation. They're not talking to me about that. That's not the part of their story they say that they're trying to get across here. So, you know, so because of this, because the people around him, they're very aware of the divine feminine's presence in his life. Very aware. And look, this is why he's trying so hard to pretend like he's not least bit affected here. Yeah, not the least bit affected by the divine feminine ghosted his ass. Yes, she did. She ghosted his ass. And he does not want anybody to know how much it's truly affecting him, because look, he's living in this Ace of Wands energy back here. If y'all remember, you know what I mean? He's got that Ace of Wands energy where, you know, he wants to marry her now and he wants to have babies with her. But she don't believe him. You know, she just doesn't believe him. Let's see what's happening here. Divine feminine, if you could say anything to the divine masculine here in the 3D, what would it be? If you could say anything. She's telling me, she says, well, he probably wouldn't respond anyway. Well, I got a little something for his ass. So, let's see. You go ahead and talk to him, because I got a little something for his ass. So, if you could say anything. 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 She says, I wish I could tell you I'm sorry. And she is. She's sorry for, you know, she's not sorry for ghosting him. I'm not getting that. But I am getting that she's sorry that she had to ghost him. She says, I wrote about my heartache. I even sang about it. But I'll never admit that it's true to anyone. So, well, it sounds like you guys are mirroring each other here. In that respect, she says, how could you forget how much I love you? Yeah, so she doesn't believe. She doesn't believe that the divine masculine loves her. She just doesn't believe it. She said, if he loved me, he never would have treated me like a doormat. That's what she just said to me. So, and she's just not, I just get that she's just not having it now. She's tired of playing that game. And she does not want to play it anymore. I don't think I soaked up enough of you. Sorry guys. This is one of my little problems here, is the words don't always come out properly. So let's start over. I don't think I soaked up enough of your voice or you to last me a lifetime. She may have ghosted you, but I'm getting that she's really, she misses you. She says, I liked the way you took care of me, and I wanted it to continue. One more. Nights are lonely without you. I get that this is a divine feminine who's really struggling. Now I'm feeling like these two swords have to do with the divine masculine, and that's why she's contemplating. Now I feel like she's contemplating more about leaving them there than taking them with her, because of all this heartache. I mean, you've hurt her feelings really badly, divine masculine, with your inconsiderate text when you guys were in touch. Your inconsiderate nature, maybe your Six of Wands energy here rubbed off on you when you were texting her, and you tried to pretend like you didn't care to her as well. Everybody's silent now, so that usually means that my suppositions are spot on. There's nobody saying nothing, and trust me, there's enough people in my head. If I was wrong, they'd be speaking up. Now, what we have here, remember when I said I had a little something for his ass? Well, I do. This is the Lonely Days and Lonely Nights deck. Lonely Days is divine masculine energy. And Lonely Nights is divine feminine energy. So, what we are going to do is, divine masculine is going to talk whether he wants to or not, because he's getting a turn. You know what? And usually the divine feminines always want the divine masculine to go first, because they want to see what he's going to say before they say anything. But I tell you what, we're definitely making his butt go first. Yes, sir, we sure are. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. So, alright. You might as well choose a card. Might as well, because you're going to. He says, I don't know why I can't tell you that I love you. Yeah. So, now I'm getting a little inkling back here of why I trusted you, but you let me down. You think that her ghosting your ass is letting you down. Yeah. And so, yeah, and he already told me that the running away thing meant this energy that he's got going on over here in the Six of Wands. Alright, this one wanted to pop out up here. So, Divine Feminine says, I don't want to watch you play house with someone else. So, is that why? Oh, shit. Divine Masculine. Is that why you are hiding your feelings so deeply? Because you're in a situation that you can't get out of? I don't know. What do you want to say to her now? Please forgive me. Okay. You know, Divine Masculine, I really appreciate the fact that you are willing to actually talk to us. Sometimes life is harsh. He says, please forgive me. Y'all know what she says? She's not playing. Been there, done that. Ain't doing it again. Divine Masculine. He says, I hope your heart still flutters when you think of me. Divine Feminine, this one, huh? I didn't want to have this amazing couple of months with you and then it all be over. I wanted it to go the distance. That's what she says. And, you know, there's something standing between the Divine Masculine and his feelings for the Divine Feminine. There's definitely something there. She said she didn't want to watch him play house with someone else. So, I mean, I'm kind of like, he's quite possibly in a third party situation. Here, let's get some messages before we do our little bonus at the end. See if we can get some final messages from Spirit. I'm kind of seeing why, now that they led off with this, sometimes the separation itself is the lesson. You know, I mean, we don't always like to hear that, you know, the separation is going to go on and on and on and on and on. We don't like to hear that. But, you know, we are a separation channel, and there's going to be a few of us who the separation was a life lesson plan. That's going to hold true for some of us. I'm not going to say it has to be all of us at all, you know. But basically, we've got this Divine Feminine who's tired of feeling like a doormat. Sure, she has feelings for her Divine Masculine, you know, but she has pride too. You know, so since you're so damn good at manifesting Divine Masculine, maybe you could manifest yourself some self-awareness. Yeah, maybe you could do that. Let's see. Any final messages from Spirit? What do you have to say a little bit? Know what your perfect union looks like and don't accept anything less from your twin. Yeah. And the Divine Masculine will never be free of his demons until the Divine Feminine faces her fears. So, you know, I hate to say it, but sometimes separation is the lesson itself. But, you know, I hate to end on a desolate note. So, you know what we're going to do? We're going to close up with a little game. I have 13 charms here. I have 13. And I'm going to put them in this pouch. And I'm going to show you, because I have 13, one for every month of the year. I have my little key here because I can't remember all the assignments that I placed on these. But I have my little key. And we are going to see, will there be contact between this Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine in the next year? Okay, so check it out. It's a little cactus. It's a little cactus. And the little cactus is August. So, you know, there may be contact between you two still, but it's a little ways away. August. Well, maybe by then, divine masculine, you can get out of that situation you're in. That'd be great, wouldn't it? If you get out of that situation that you're in. Okay, so, well, I guess that about covers it, y'all. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Thanks for taking the time to view it. And be sure to drop back in tomorrow because we upload a brand new reading every day. Wishing you peace, love, and happiness. Later, Gators.